Listen, most people ask me for the secret to getting rich, and when I tell them the truth, they get disappointed because it is not a crypto moonshot or a lottery ticket. The truth is that building wealth is incredibly boring and requires the kind of patience most of you simply do not have. I am 36 years old now, and I am a millionaire with multiple income streams. But not too long ago, I was shoplifting avocados from the grocery store just to eat. I had $100,000 in debt, and I felt like I was drowning in a deep dark hole with no ladder. So when you ask me what I would do if I had to start all over again with absolutely zero, I do not have to guess because I have actually lived through that nightmare. Starting with $0 is not your problem. The problem is that you do not have a plan and you are just winging your entire life. That is why year after year you find yourself sitting in the exact same spot, complaining about the exact same bills if you follow the specific month-by-month plan I am about to give you. By the end of this year, you will be on a completely different life trajectory. First of all, if I were starting from zero today, I would not be scared or feel like I am behind. I would actually be excited because starting with nothing gives you one massive advantage that rich people do not have, which is that you have absolutely nothing to lose. You can take risks, you can make mistakes, and you can learn faster than anyone else because you are hungry. Stop feeling bad for yourself because self-pity is a luxury you cannot afford right now. Step 1 is about getting clarity because you cannot fix what you do not measure. For years, I kept my head in the sand because I was terrified of my own bank account. One day I got so fed up that I taped a piece of paper to my wall and wrote down every single dollar I owed. It said minus $100,000. And the moment I saw that number, I knew everything had to change. You need to master 4 numbers and 2 equations if you ever want to be free. Income is everything you bring in after taxes, and expenses are everything you spend. Assets are the things you own that put money in your pocket, and liabilities are the things you owe that take money out of your pocket. The first equation is income minus expenses equals your surplus, or what I call the gap. This gap is your only real wealth-building tool. If you make $1 million but you spend $1 million, your gap is 0 and you are actually poor. The second equation is assets minus liabilities equals your net worth. Net worth is the only metric that matters because it measures how secure you truly are. Stop being scared of your numbers and spend 2 hours this Saturday afternoon tracking every single penny. Step 2, which we are doing in month 1, is to systematically brainwash yourself with new inputs. You are where you are today because of your current skills, beliefs, and habits. The version of you that has $1 million is not the same version of you that has $0 today. If you put in the beliefs and advice of broke people, you will stay broke. Stop following people on social media who make you want to buy things you do not need. Stop hanging out with people who inject fear and pessimism into your brain. From now on, you need to protect your mind like it is a fortress. Every spare minute you have, whether you are washing dishes or driving, you should be listening to audiobooks about wealth and psychology. You have a lifetime of negative money conditioning to erase, so start the brainwashing immediately. Step 3 is to do a 10-day sprint to hustle up $2,000 as fast as possible. A sprint is a focus period where you cut out every single non-essential expense to make a major jump. Look at your bank statement and cancel every subscription and every habit that is not required for survival. Tell your friends you are busy, cook every meal at home, and deal with the ads on the free version of Spotify. If I can survive a 10-day silent meditation retreat with no phone and no talking, you can survive 10 days without DoorDash. This sprint does 3 things. It gets you $2,000 to move out of survival mode. It gives you a quick win for motivation, and it resets your spending habits. Every dollar you do not spend on junk is a dollar you can use to buy your freedom later. Step 4 takes place over the next 3 months, and it is where you get obsessed with earning more money than ever before. You need to find a valuable skill and sell it at the highest possible rate. Do not tell me you have no skills because everyone has something they are good at that people will pay for. Think of 3 circles: what you are good at, what you love, and what people pay well for. Where those 3 circles intersect is your sweet spot. Since you are starting from 0, lean heavily into what people pay the most for. I love dancing and cooking, but I knew I could make way more money explaining complex finance on the internet. Combine a technical skill like coding or photography with a soft skill like communication to make yourself unique. The goal is to sell your time for the maximum amount of money so you can widen the gap between your income and expenses. Once you increase that gap, you have the fuel to pay off debt and build assets. Step 5 is about prioritizing your financial goals in the right order from month 6 to 10. First, use your $2,000 as a starter buffer, then pay off every single cent of credit card debt. Next, you must build a full 6-month emergency fund. Calculate exactly what you need to pay for rent and groceries to keep the lights on and multiply that by 6. Put that money into a high-yield savings account and do not touch it. This money is not for investing. It is for your peace of mind so you can stop living paycheck to paycheck. When you have 6 months of cash in the bank, your brain switches from short-term survival to long-term planning. Step 6 happens in month 11, and this is where you finally invest, but not in the stock market yet. I want you to invest in your own skills. The stock market grows your money at maybe 10% per year, which is great, but it will not change your life if you only have $1,000. However, if you invest $1,000 into a certification or a course that helps you earn $20,000 more per year, that is a massive return. That extra $20,000 invested over 20 years becomes over $1 million. The math on graduate degrees usually does not work because they cost too much and take too long. Focus on short, high-impact training like sales, coding boot camps, or networking at high-level conferences. Finally, step 7 is month 12, where we actually start buying index funds. An index fund gives you a tiny piece of hundreds of different companies instantly. Start buying them every single month and let the compounding begin. A small dividend might only pay for one lunch at first, but as you keep feeding the machine, it grows to $500, then $1,000, then $5,000 a month. If you follow this plan for 12 months, you will not even recognize the person you see in the mirror. Next year, you can think even bigger, start a business, or take even more risks because your foundation is solid. Most people will watch this and do nothing because they are addicted to their own misery. They would rather complain about the system than learn how to play the game. But you are different because you are still listening, and you realize that your financial destiny is just a math problem. If you do not change your inputs today, your outputs will be the exact same 1 year from now. Every single expensive coffee or designer shirt you buy is essentially you firing a loyal employee who could have worked for you forever. Wealth is what you do not see. It is the cars not bought and the jewelry not worn. I want you to become so boring and so consistent that your bank account has no choice but to grow. If you found value in this, share it with one friend who is tired of being broke. Remember that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is right now. Do not let your past define your future just because you made some mistakes. I was a shoplifter with 6 figures of debt, and now I am here talking to you. If I can do it, you absolutely can too if you just follow the numbers. It is time to stop being a spectator in your own life and start being the architect. Let us get to work and make this year the one that changes everything for you and your family. I am going to keep making these videos to guide you through every step of the process. We will talk about deep value investing and the psychology of holding through a market crash. We will talk about how to minimize your taxes and how to protect your assets from the world. But none of that matters if you do not finish month 1 and month 2 of this plan first. Get your paper, write down your numbers, and start brainwashing yourself tonight. Success is not a destination. It is a series of tiny, boring decisions made every single day. Stay focused on the long game and do not let the noise of the world distract you from your mission. I believe in you. But more importantly, the math believes in you if you just give it a chance. We are building a community here of people who value freedom over status and truth over comfort. This is the way to a life of abundance and genuine happiness. No more excuses, no more delays, and no more pretending that money does not matter. Money is the tool that gives you back your time, and your time is your most precious asset. Go out there and start building your gap today. I will see you in the next video where we dive even deeper into the mechanics of wealth. Stay boring. Stay patient. I remember sitting in my tiny apartment wondering if it was ever going to end. The stress of checking my balance before every single purchase was literally killing me. But the moment I stopped looking for a miracle and started looking at the math, the stress vanished. The math is cold and it is hard, but it is also extremely fair. It does not care where you came from or what color your skin is or who your parents are. If you widen the gap and buy assets, you win the game eventually. It might take 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, but the outcome is guaranteed by the laws of compounding. Most people quit in year 2 because they do not see the results yet. That is the critical mistake that keeps them in the rat race forever. You have to survive the boring years to get to the exciting years. The first $100,000 is a nightmare to save, but the next $900,000 come much faster. You have to push through the resistance and stay the course when everyone else is giving up. I promise you that the view from the other side is worth every single sacrifice you make today. Imagine waking up and realizing that all your bills are paid for by your investments. Imagine the freedom of saying no to a boss you do not like or a job that drains your soul. That is what we are working towards, and it is closer than you think. Just keep following the plan and do not let your emotions drive the car. You are the boss of your money, and it is time you started acting like it. Every dollar is a soldier, and you are the general sending them out to capture more territory. Stop losing your soldiers to stupid battles over status symbols that nobody actually cares about. Real status is having a massive net worth and a quiet life. Real status is being able to take care of your family and your community without breaking a sweat. That is the goal, and we are going to get there together one step at a time. I want you to comment below with the word committed if you are going to start step 1 today. I read every single comment, and I want to see who is actually serious about changing their life. This is not just another video to watch while you eat your lunch. This is a call to action for your future self who is counting on you to make the right moves. Now, do not let that version of you down because they are the one who has to live with your choices. Make the choice to be wealthy and make the choice to be free. Starting right now, there is no magic pill and there is no shortcut that actually works. Long term, there is only the work and the patience and the math. So grab your paper and your pen and get to work on those 4 numbers. I will be right here with you the whole way through the process. We are going to build something incredible. And it starts with this one simple plan. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being part of this movement. Go get started and do not look back. Stay boring, stay patient, peace. Seriously, go do it now. The paper is waiting for you. The numbers are waiting to be counted. Your freedom is waiting to be claimed. Do not wait for Monday or for the new year. The best time is this exact second. I will see you soon. Stay boring, stay patient, peace.